Murray, let me tell you a joke. Your mom's a fucking whore.
Okay, I'm waiting for the punchline.
I'm sorry. I am terribly sorry. It's not a joke. Your mom's done some terrible things.
Did this to start a movement to become a symbol?
Yes, I became a symbol of vengeance. In the night, I'm Batman. And now, since you guys know my secret identity, let's get into it. I thought since, Joker 2 comes out, I believe, next Thursday, Folie et Deux, if that's how you pronounce it. I thought I'd go ahead and revisit Joker as one. I never thought I'd see this film again, just because I felt like it was a good one-and-done film in sense of it's a little bit over, I believe, 2 hours. And it's just not a film that I really truly wanted to go back and watch. However, my girlfriend didn't watch the first one, so we watched it the other night. And to get prepared for the second one, just to kind of revisit the world, during my second viewing, still held up, but I didn't like it quite as much as the first time I watched it. Now, getting into Joker, the first one, it follows comedian Arthur Fleck seeks connection as he walks the streets of Gotham City. Arthur wears two masks in which he's a clown daily, painting his job, and the movie pretty much follows his descent into the clown prince of madness. The film does well showing, mental health issues and giving Joker a backstory as they did in the comics, however long ago they did it, 5-10 years ago, something like that. And showing how society turned a normal, somewhat decent man into what he would later become as a monster. Me personally, I like this film being separate from anything just because I would rather Joker keep his identity secret, like we don't know where he comes from. I like that aspect of the Joker in the comics and how he's transformed in other movies. However, Todd Phillips, he did a very good job directing this film in my view, just the scenery and some scenes that he directed. Of course, this film comes with the famous dancing stair scene. My biggest issues was, after rewatching this film, is just how many times we see Joaquin Phoenix just either fucking dancing, smoking cigarettes, or running, or laughing. Which I get the laughing. I like the aspect that they put a mental health issue in there where that's why he couldn't control his laughter. However, like I said, there was just so many repetitive scenes where he was doing that, and yeah, it's art, but it's like repetitive art, and it just didn't really, I didn't really enjoy it as much as I did the first time around. And watching it, because I did go see this when it was in theaters back in 2019, watching this 5 years later, I understand now, because the film has a 69% on Rotten Tomatoes and 59% Metacritic was. So overall, it was a half and half film when it comes to people criticizing it. People either loved it or they hated it. I'm kind of back into the middle of, it's a film I will never watch again, just because the story itself is just needing to be seen one time. It's not entertaining enough to go watch it back a second time unless somebody I'm with wants to watch it. And, going into the second film, this first film made over $1 billion at the box office. And looking back, that's, I'm guessing that's because of the title and the character itself, Joker. However, I do not see the second one making that much money. I will say it'll probably make around between 400 to 700 million, if I'd guess right. But then again, you never know with Lady Gaga. It might go back to $1 billion just because of her new character in it. But I'm just not as hyped as I was when I went and first saw this film to now the second one. And from the early reviews, it sounds like the second one is going to be somewhat, since its own thing again, but somewhat similar, and have a long courtroom setting, I believe I saw. And it's just another film I just feel like is going to drag out and try to win you over with the mental health, the scenes, all that stuff, which isn't an issue. It's just I just see the second film as well just being a good movie to watch one time and then not watching again. However, that's my review of the first Joker film. Overall, if you've seen it, It's great the first time. I highly doubt you guys have watched it more than once unless you're just a fan of the film. If you've yet to watch the first Joker film, I'd recommend getting a chance to watch it. It's on Max, so you can watch it on streaming. And like I said, the sequel comes out next Friday, so be prepared for that. I will have a review up for that next weekend. As always, this is Ryan from Ryan's Movie News. Appreciate you guys clicking on this. I'll see you next time.